Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show, and I have done it. I have applied for and got approved for my first new personal credit card in 2 years. Now, when you are later in the credit card game like me, you already have like 10 to 15 credit cards at least, and banks have extended so much credit to you already that it becomes hard to get approved for new cards, at least with the banks that you're already with. You tend to start focusing on business credit cards instead because business cards are kind of separate. They rely on the finances of the business, and they also don't show up on your personal credit report. But I recently canceled my Chase Freedom Flex card. That card had a $15,000 limit that can now be allocated to a new card with Chase. And in this video, I'm going to show you which card I applied for and how it saved me over $600 on the first day I got it, and all the additional value I'm going to get from the welcome bonus and the points I'm earning, etc. So I always go to the UK at Christmas to spend time with family. I pretty much always fly British Airways, partly out of habit because I love the club suite business class with the little door that closes and the fully flat bed. It's really awesome, but I've only taken that during COVID times where you didn't get a proper meal, you had to wear a mask all the time. So I'm really looking forward to taking that flight in normal times where there'll be, good meals, the lounges will be open, and it'll be great to go on a vacation where I don't have to wear a mask anywhere. But then I also like flying with them because it means I can maintain my British Airways Bronze status, which gives me One World Ruby status, and that gives me benefits with the whole of One World Alliance, such as priority check-in, priority boarding, free checked bags on US domestic flights, and that's particularly useful when flying around North America on American Airlines. So this all got me interested in the British Airways Visa Signature card from Chase, which is a card that seems like it was designed specifically for people exactly like me, who live in the US, fly to the UK a lot, and are also loyal to One World Alliance. Now, this card also can provide a load of value in the form of the perks, the welcome bonus, the points you'll earn if you don't fit into that exact situation too. But in this video, I'm going to show you all the value that I've already got out of this card in the first few days of having it. So when we first look at this card, we have a 100,000 BA Avios bonus, 75,000 for spending $5,000 in 3 months, and then another 25,000 for spending a total of 20,000 in the first year. Now, I will definitely get the 75,000 points, and I might even get the additional 25,000 to make it to 100,000. However, the 75,000 is a much better deal because it works out at 15 points per dollar, whereas if you do the math, that 15,000 extra dollars you have to spend to make it up to 20,000 to get that extra 25,000, you end up at only 1.6 points or 1.6 BA Avios per dollar. So I don't really care about the second half, and I could probably earn more points just spending in bonus categories on other cards and then transfer them to British Airways anyway. Then we have two other benefits that really interest me. First is the 10% off British Airways flights, which can save you about $400 on transatlantic business class. This is kind of a replacement for the old AARP British Airways benefit that used to give you a $400 discount on business class, but then they lowered it down to $200. And before you keyboard warriors type, hey, you can't join AARP, the American Association of Retired Persons, you're not an elderly retiree. But if you search my Amazon order history, you'll realize I did look pretty elderly on the day I applied. No, I'm just joking. There's no minimum age to join AARP, okay? It's the American Association of Retired Persons, but they help people who are younger and are saving for retirement in addition to actually helping elderly people in retirement. So anyone can join. I just had to put that out there because I did get some hate comments when I mentioned this in previous videos a couple of years back. But it doesn't matter now anyway because the discount on this credit card is actually better than the AARP discount. There's another benefit that I was interested in as well, and that is the $200 refund on taxes and fees when booking award tickets. And if you don't know, when booking award flights that travel to the UK, you get hit with crazy taxes and fees. I mean, if you don't know now, you're gonna find out in just a moment. But if you book a business class ticket costing around $4,000, you spend 100,000 Avios on that, you may end up actually getting hit with a $2,000 charge for taxes and fees, which could be about 45 to 50% of the fare. There is also a travel together ticket that you get for spending $30,000 per year, and then the point earning on the card is 3 points per dollar on British Airways and 3 of their partners, 2 points per dollar on hotels, and 1 point per dollar on everything else. All right, let's now look into exactly how much value I have already got from using this card, and I'll also show you how I almost totally messed this up and didn't get the 10% discount when I booked my flight. But first of all, guys, if you're into credit cards like I am and you want an easy way to display information about all your credit cards in one place, I recommend the app MaxRewards. It pools your transactions, your balances, your points and rewards balances, and so many other statistics from all your credit cards, even if they're from different issuers, in one easy to use dashboard. The app will show you which card to use in which category and which local business to get the maximum rewards rate. And if you have the premium version of MaxRewards Gold, it'll even activate credit card offers and quarterly categories for you so you never miss a deal. And you can get a free month of that with my link below, or you can just download the app, check out the free features. So I'm getting all excited about booking my ticket, and I know that there is a special website that you have to go through to get the 10% discount, which is ba.com/chase10. So I go to that website and I think that I'm getting a deal, but what I failed to realize was that you do actually have to enter the code ChaseBA10 at checkout to activate the discount. I only realized my mistake the next day when I was trying to write this script and I was trying to compare the price I got to the regular price on the main website, and I realized that they were the same price. For a moment, I thought I'd totally screwed up and I'd have to hang my head in shame in my video about this on YouTube. But then I realized it hadn't yet been 24 hours since I booked my ticket, and according to airline policy, that's still within their free cancellation period. So I simply phoned up and canceled my flight. I then fired up the ba.com/chase10 website again. I clicked on this e-voucher thing, entered the code, and just so you know, you have to click promo code, okay? If you try to enter it as an e-voucher, this one, it gives you an error message. And then sure enough, my discount appeared. A $4,142 business class ticket was reduced by 10% to $3,728. So that was my $400 saving on day one. In fact, I think it was slightly more than $400, like $410, but we'll just call it $400. What about my $200 saving on fees? So for the rest of my family, my wife and 2 kids, 3 people, I booked 3 more tickets, exchanging 300,000 Avios at a approximate value of 2 cents per Avio, or $6,000 for the whole thing, which is reasonable. But then I got hit with $6,000 worth of taxes and fees. Play that sound a few more times. Now, if you're playing the credit card game to get almost completely free flights, I don't recommend you book like this. If you want to go to the UK or Europe, just fly to Spain on Iberia's business class. Okay, it's not as good, but anyway, fly to Spain and then buy a cheap flight to London for like $100. But when I'm traveling with a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old, I'm earning good money, and I do this trip only once a year. To be honest, guys, I just don't care. I'm getting a great business class product. I'm flying direct with the whole family at half price. And since I booked an award flight for 3 people, it matched all the criteria in the terms and conditions to get this $200 back. It was a transatlantic itinerary, it was redeemed from my executive account, so I should get $200 back from the fees that I paid. And when I looked at my credit card statement, I saw the fees for 3 people actually posted as 3 separate transactions. So I may even get $600 back, 3 times 200, because you can get $200 back 3 times per year. So I'm assuming it should work out that way, but for now, we'll just assume 200. Now let's talk about the British Airways miles, or Avios, that I've earned from all this spending. Now, since I just basically spent $10,000 with British Airways and the card gives you 3 Avios per dollar back, I've just earned 30,000 Avios for the spending that I just did on the card. But I also just crossed that $5,000 threshold, in fact, double it, for the welcome bonus, or at least the first half of it, 75,000 Avios. So 75,000 plus 30,000, that makes 105,000 Avios I just earned from this booking, which is enough for another transatlantic business class ticket. Plus $2,000 in fees. Or I could just take the whole family to Vegas next year and pay like $5 in fees per ticket. But whatever I do with that 105,000 points, it's going to be worth around $2,000 at 2 cents per point, which is the value I normally get out of it. So when you combine that with the other value I've already got out of this card through the $400 discount and the rebate on rewards booking fees, that takes us to $2,600 in value in just the first day of having the card. Now, there is one more benefit on this card that I may end up using, and that is the travel together ticket. You have to spend $30,000 in a calendar year to get this, but it could be really valuable if you book one business class ticket with cash, you then get another free. Although if you read the fine print, you still get hit with $2,000 in fees, but hey, it saves you $2,000. Now, since it's per calendar year, it's kind of annoying because we're about 6 or 7 weeks away from the end of the year now. And although I just spent $10,000 on the card, I don't think I can do another $20,000 in spending before the end of the year. But next year, I'm building a luxury cabin in the Catskills Mountains. I'm going to be buying building materials for that. I also will be able to pay taxes on this credit card, okay? I easily pay over $30,000 in taxes per year, so maybe I could put them all on this card and get that level of spending in order to get this travel together ticket. All right, guys, that is my story about the British Airways Visa Signature card from Chase. If you are interested in this card, do check it out. I'll put a link to it below. Or if you're interested in travel cards in general, you can check out some of my top picks in my top picks link below as well. These are affiliate links. They help out our show, so we thank you very much if you use them. Also, a big thank you to the sponsor of today's video, MaxRewards. You get a free month of MaxRewards Gold with my link below as well. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.